Welcome back to the podcast. A new podcast episode drops every Monday, so please be sure to subscribe so that you don't miss a single one. We are going to have a fun free challenge in June in my Kelly Counts Macros Facebook community, so be sure you are a member in there so that you don't miss this free week of coaching to kick off summer. The link for my Kelly Counts Macros Facebook community will be in the show notes. Everybody is welcome inside of there. Today, we will be discussing how to avoid overindulging and binge eating. I will explain perhaps why you're overindulging and give you some tips that you can apply to your situation. Inside the Kelly Counts Macros Clubhouse monthly membership, the clubmates and I, we have weekly check-ins and address this so that they are not overindulging every single night or on the weekends and are frustrated with the scale because it's not moving in the right direction. This week inside the Kelly Counts Macros Clubhouse membership, we made peanut butter M&M plus cookie dough in the Ninja Creamy. If you aren't on the Ninja Creamy wagon, get on because it helps you to not fall off the wagon. It's creamy, it's homemade, it's protein packed, feels like you are cheating. I also posted the recipe reel on my Instagram, so go check it out. But the recipes are clickable inside of the Kelly Counts Macros monthly Clubhouse membership and shoot right into the app. You make the recipe, decide on your portion size, feed your people, done. Always family-friendly meals and desserts inside of the monthly membership. But today we will be talking about ideas to avoid overeating, snacking, and binge eating. But first, I want to read a 5-star review of the podcast. Cyclones84 says, great tips. I love the tips to stay on track while on vacation and tips for eating out. Love that Kelly encourages to try something new when on vacation, but still make good choices. Thank you, Cyclone84. I love that you're using the tips to stay on track for vacation, along with how to eat out and lose weight. You are getting all the free info that you need to lose weight, to reveal toned muscles. I love reading all the reviews. I read each and every one. This helps me help the world. So if you have not yet left a review, please do so. Be sure to hit that follow button as well so that you don't miss any episodes that drop each and every Monday. I'm going to be honest, a big struggle I see is my clients come to me overindulging on the weekends or in the evening. At Thursday check-ins, I was talking with a clubhouse member about her weekend struggles. She was mad because every Monday the scale goes up because she drinks too much wine, eats too much cheese, munches on chips and salsa. She did all the things during the week, counted her macros, stayed in a deficit Monday through Friday, walked, drank water, and worked out. Then the weekend rolls around and the wheels fall off. So then I asked her a few things. Are you depriving yourself during the week? Are you still stuck in the mindset that Reese's peanut butter cups are a bad food, that you should not be eating them? Are you feeling guilt and shame? And then you proceed to eat the whole bag fast and furiously to get rid of them all just to start over the next day or the next Monday. Typically, this is what I see happening. So in the Clubhouse monthly membership, we work on incorporating these fun foods into your plan so that you don't see the scale continue to sneak up. Questions to ask yourself before overindulging. Question number 1 to ask yourself, can you wait 20 minutes? This is a strategy that works like gangbusters. You introduce a pause. It seems so simple, but it's a delay before indulging in a craving. This technique is used to disrupt that impulsive behavior and give yourself a chance to reconsider the decision. So let me give you a few examples. Before giving into a box of crumble cookies or overindulging, consider implementing a 20-minute waiting period. During this time, engage in something that's distracting or in an activity to shift your focus away from the immediate desire to gobble down those cookies. Waiting allows you to assess whether this is a craving, if it's a momentary impulse, or a genuine need. So some examples on how to implement this. So say you're craving chocolate. Before reaching for that chocolate bar, set a timer for 20 minutes. Use this time to take a short walk, read a chapter of a book, or do a quick household chore. After 20 minutes, reassess if the craving is still as intense. You might find that the desire has lessened and allows for a more mindful decision. Late night snacking. When the urge to snack strikes close to bedtime, commit to waiting for 20 minutes. Use this period to practice relaxation techniques like deep breathing or stretching. Evaluate if you're genuinely hungry or if it's a habit. And waiting can help you make a healthier choice, like opting for a smaller, nutritious snack that fits into your macros. Social eating. So let's say you're in a social setting where all the yummy foods are abundant. Pause for 20 minutes before loading up your plate. Talk to people, engage in conversation, enjoy a 0-calorie beverage, or participate in an activity to distract yourself. Remove yourself from that environment. This waiting period allows you to make more conscious choices about what and how much you eat and prevents the overindulgence. Remember the goal is to just create a space. It could be 1 minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes for mindfulness and self-awareness. Waiting, it's a simple pause before giving into a craving, provides an opportunity to make choices that align with your goals. Question 2 to ask yourself, acknowledge you're seeking a dopamine hit. Can you overcome and have self-control over this craving? So let's say it's a sweet treat craving. When craving sugary snacks, pause and acknowledge that the brain may be just it's seeking that dopamine hit associated with the pleasure of sweetness. Ask yourself, is there an alternative way to experience pleasure or reward without indulging in the sugary treat? This could be through engaging in a favorite hobby, watching a movie, going for a walk, enjoying any non-food related activity, walk your puppy, have sex, snuggle with your baby. Pick something that gives you that same dopamine hit. Question number 3 to ask yourself, can you fit it in tomorrow rather than going over your calorie allotment for today? Can you fit it in tomorrow rather than going over your calorie allotment for today? So an example, there's donuts at work. They're your favorite donuts, and you can't make it fit in because you just didn't plan for it. Say to yourself, I can take this home and pre-track it for tomorrow. That way it will fit into your calorie allotment. Perhaps your mom made your favorite cheesecake and she didn't tell you, and she stops over, drops it off. It's in the evening and you're already done with your macros. You've already used your macro budget. Remember, we think of it like a bank account. Can you fit the cheesecake in tomorrow instead of today? So you pre-track the cheesecake. Heck, you can have it for breakfast. Okay? So if I can't fit it in today, can I fit it in tomorrow? Question 4 to ask yourself, is this a response to an emotion you're not comfortable dealing with? What can you do instead? So explore some different coping mechanisms. Instead of turning to food, consider healthier ways to address the emotion. So some options include deep breathing. Practice deep breathing exercises to help you calm your mind and your body. Physical activity is great. Go for a walk, a run, lift weights, engage in any form of physical activity. Journaling, I love this one. Write down your thoughts and your feelings in your journal to gain clarity and perspective and debrief. And then you can figure out what you could change. Talking to someone. That's what I love about the Clubhouse. All the club mates in there, they struggle with the same thing. So reach out to a club mate, reach out to a friend or a family member. And remember, a therapist, rely on a therapist to discuss your emotions. Engage in a hobby, do something you love, whether it's painting or reading or gardening or playing music. One Clubhouse member, she shared she does diamond art. She does this while she's watching TV at night or while she's hanging out with her hubby in the evening. She puts away her phone, she does her diamond art, and it relaxes her. Practice meditation, mindfulness, meditation techniques to ground yourself in the present moment. I know there are apps out there that will walk you right through the meditation process. Once again, seek professional help. If you're struggling to cope with your emotions, consider seeking support from a mental health professional. By addressing the underlying emotions and finding healthier coping mechanisms, you can break this cycle of emotional eating. I have seen it in the clubhouse time and time again. You develop a more balanced relationship with food, and that's what you want. You want to have a great relationship with food for not only yourself, but also to pass on to the next generation, because that is where my heart lies with the next generation. We need to break this dieting mentality. If this is you, there's nothing wrong with seeking help. The root of the issue needs to be dug out. You can picture that weed. If you just keep popping off the top of the weed and never dig down to dig out the root, what happens? The weed is going to grow back. So you may need to get professional help or perhaps sign up for the clubhouse and we will work through it weekly. When wanting to house a bag of Doritos or a sleeve of Oreos or a bottle of wine, a full bag of your favorite candy, say to yourself, this won't actually fix the problem you're having right now. It will add to your problems. I'm going to repeat that. Say to yourself, this won't actually fix the actual problem you are having right now. It will only add to your problems. Asking yourself questions to learn what the triggers are. So what were you doing when the urge to eat struck? Would you eat chicken and broccoli plain? Figuring out if this is a binge or is it hunger or what was going on when the urge to overeat or snack struck. What are your feelings? Write your thoughts down. Can you do something for 5 minutes? It doesn't have to be 20 minutes before you eat. Just that pause. It's so simple. A pause is very simple. Make a list of things that may work for you next time when taking that pause. Walk your dog, journal, diamond paint, crochet, clean out a closet, debrief. If you binge or you overeat, overindulge, debrief. How do you feel now? Is there anything I can do differently next time? And if you didn't overeat, what did you do instead? How did it make you feel? Concentrate on this. Can I rinse and repeat this plan again when the next overindulgence or craving or binge arrives? And then you just rinse and repeat and you keep practicing that. When you do this for a while, you can go back, and you can read what you've written down. You can see the patterns on what triggers this behavior. Then you make a plan to change something. Beating yourself up and shaming yourself won't work. It won't work long term. Remember, being 1% better is better. This will not all go completely away all at once. It's a journey that I have seen my clubhouse members conquer time and time again. You can fit it all in. You just have to figure it out. That's what we do. We figure out how to include the pastries, the wine, the chips and salsa, the fried foods, the pizza, the chocolate, all of the sugar that you've been depriving yourself of, only to binge eat it or overindulge, leading to that scale creeping up. One of my favorite questions that's a game changer that you can ask yourself: will this decision make me proud of myself tomorrow? Will tomorrow Kelly be proud of the decision I'm making right now? Insert your name. Will tomorrow Bridget be proud of the decision I'm making right now? If the answer is yes to that question, you proceed. If it's no, you don't eat it and you don't drink it. If your issue is usually at night, ask yourself, will you be proud of yourself in the morning? Like my mom used to say, when I tell her I was hungry, she'd say, eat an apple. Then I would think about it. Number one, did I really want an apple? And if I am hungry, then I'll eat it, right? After you eat the apple, were you really hungry? Still having trouble, have a cup of tea at night. A lot of my clubhouse members enjoy tea, or eat a plate full of cut up veggies. Thank you all for tuning in. I would love for everyone to share this episode and tag me on your social media so that I can say thank you. Also, leaving a 5-star review of the podcast helps me help more people. Who knows, maybe you'll even hear your review on here. It's time to get out of your own way. Summer's coming and out of your own head. I can help simplify it all because I know you're busy. I know you don't have the time. There's so much information out there. It's overwhelming. The clubhouse will be open in June 2024. I only open it to the public once a year. We will kick off with a free challenge that you won't want to miss to get started on that summer bod. The waitlist link will be in the show notes for the clubhouse, but be sure you get into the Kelly Counts Macros, Counts with a K, Facebook community. It's free. You deserve to feel better in your own skin. I will pull you out from feeling lost and show you exactly how to count macros so that you fit into those jeans again and so that you feel confident in your bathing suit. The link will also be in the show notes for the Facebook community. So Kelly Counts Macros Community, counts with a K, so that you stay in the know, expedite your goals. You can join that free challenge. The link will be in the show notes. This wraps up this episode of Kelly Counts Macros. Now go out, keep it simple, and remember, you're always doing better than you think you are.